This video demonstrates how to configure an FQ2 camera to detect different colors. This one here, this is the meter. It's hooked up to one of the outputs, and it shows me right now it's 0. And I'm just going to detect, like I have here, 2 colors. So I have this pink and this green color. Okay? So I'm going to set it up to detect first this color and see all the process, and then I'll add the second color, and then we'll talk about that. So I'm going to add a color inspection. As we saw here, like this one, this model I have, it does everything, so you can see here the barcode and everything. But I'm just interested in the color for now, and I'm going to teach it which color I'm looking for. So for me, I'm looking for this color. I'll say OK, and then I'll say teach. So now it learned this color, and I can adjust, tweak the judgment as well. So I go to judgment. By default, it will show you the color difference and the color deviation that you can basically tweak. So as you see here, it already detects that, see, up to this kind of bluish color in here. So what you want to do, you want to limit that, because if you keep it all full open, then even if your deviation is all the way to 221, it's still going to tell you, this is still good color. So what you want to do, you want to limit that a little bit, just a little bit above that limit that the software already detected. That'll be good. And also, you can adjust the red and the green and the blue, which is also important. So you want to display those. You go to display settings and then you check them. So now you can see I can have also these, and I can also tweak them. So I want to limit that here as well. And then the green as well as the blue. So all that is good. I go back, I'll go back again, and I'm going to go to the in and out. So now what we want to do, like you see here, you see 0. So when it's bad, it's going to be 0. When it's good, it's going to be 24 volt. If you want it that way. If you don't, we can flip it over. And then I'll just flip the polarity here to negative. Go back. And now see, I have 24 volt when it's good. When it's bad, I have 0. So now we want also to detect that this color is also a good color. Okay? So to do that, we're going to be doing the same thing. We'll go to sensor settings. So this is item number 0. It tells you it's bad, right? Here is item number 1. It tells you it's good. However, the output here, it tells you it's bad because it's 0 volt, right? The reason for that, because the way the program works, default, if I go back to sensor settings, this program here, what we're telling the camera, we're telling it, do this inspection, and then after that, do this inspection. If both of them are good, then that means I have a good part. So let's say, I have a bottle or jug of milk. Maybe I'm detecting that the cap is there. Maybe I'm detecting that the color of the label is good, and some other things. So you do a bunch of inspections, and if all are good, then you say that part is good. Right? That's how typically the inspection is done. But in our case, we want to say, if I have this color or this color, that means it's good. So how do we do that? So to do that, right now we have already the inspection, so that's good. If we come here under the inspection, there is this calculation. So we have to do an expression. If I go back in here just for a second, the result here, when it's bad, it's -1, and when it's good, it's 0. That's how basically the output that's coming from this inspection, the data or the result, it's -1 or 0. So what we're going to do, we're going to do a calculation, because now we don't want to do basically an AND. We're trying to do an OR. So we go to the calculation, we'll go to the expression, and in the expression, I'll say modify, and simply I will say go to data and pick this one, judgment, and then I'll say plus, add, and then go back to the second one, and then add it to it, add them together. So with that has been said, when I have at least, one is good, I will have a result of -1. If I have both bad, I will have a result of -2. Once we did the judgment in here, we have to assign it to the output, because in the output we still have just the default assignment, which is just the judgment of the first one. And I will come here to the expression judgment, and here is my first expression that I created. And now it's all assigned. I'll go back, run, switch to run, and yes. So now they're both bad, so it shows me it's 0. If I put my first color, you see it's okay, and I have 24 volt. If I put the different color, it will be still 24 volt. So every one of them is good. And I can add, if I want to add a third color or fourth color, all I have to do, I just go to that expression and say, plus the judgment of that other color, and you're good to go. Now, let's say you want to actually detect that the two color at the same time. When you have something like this, it's good. Or if you have one of them, it's also good. So let's see how we can do that. I'll go back again to the sensor settings. Yes. I'm going to go to my inspection, modify, and teach. I want to basically limit this to here. So this is for this color. Okay. So I teach you that. Go back. And sorry. I'll also make sure my judgment is still good. Okay, so it looks all good. Go back, and I will do the same thing for this one as well. So I'll say good, and let's go back, and I will go to my calculation. Now the expression is fine, but what I have to do is in the judgment, I will have to expand this from -1 to 0. The reason for that is because when both of them are good, that's 0 plus 0, so that's 0. If one of them is good, that's still -1. But if both are bad, then that's bad. I wanted that to tell me that it's bad, because it's going to be -2. So I'll say okay, back, and I'm ready to test this. So you see here, it tells me it's 0, so it's okay. And if I show on region. So it tells me here is 24 volt. If I take one of them, it should still be okay. You see that? It's still 24 volt, it's still okay. Now if I take the second one, then it's going to turn the output to off. Right? I'll put this back on. I just need one of them to bring the output back to 1. Put the second one here. It's still okay.